10 most defining images that we've gotten on day 5 of this invasion. And what Gaurav was talking about happens to be one of the top images that we're bringing to you at this time. Let's take you to the defining image number 1 on day 5 of Putin's invasion of Russia. What you're looking at right now is a drone camera filming a drone attack on a missile convoy of the Russian armed forces. This has been released by the Ukrainian chief commander of the armed forces. It's a claim being made by Ukraine, and it shows a Russian missile system on the ground apparently being destroyed by a combat drone that dives out of the sky and smashes straight into it. So you've got an infrared camera that's captured the targeting by Ukraine of a Russian missile convoy. Big defining image number 2 on day 5 of this invasion. A missile struck a residential building in Chernihiv, a city 150 kilometers from Kiev. According to the state communication service, extensive damage captured on CCTV camera. No idea yet about casualties. We hope nobody's lost their lives in this, but lives have been lost in attacks of this kind elsewhere in Kiev as well. A CCTV camera capturing that missile zooming out of the sky, smashing into that residential high-rise building.
Russian forces pounded.
Defining image number 3 on day 5 of this invasion. The scale and destruction of Russia's invasion starting to come to light because people are able to get out a little bit more. Gut-wrenching images show a lone Ukrainian soldier who was shot down, fallen on a street with nothing but damage all around. Expect more such images to flow in starting later today as more people are able to get out into the damaged zones. Big image number 4 on day 5 of Putin's invasion of Ukraine. This image is from a region that has been under siege, huge street fighting and heavy resistance in the Donetsk region in eastern Ukraine. Haunting images, not just of military tanks rolling down the streets of the second largest Ukrainian city, but men in military uniform hanging the Russian flag on administrative buildings. That is a typical act of an invading force, putting your flag on local buildings. That's what's happening in Donetsk. Image number 5 coming in from day 5 of the invasion. Another image for Ukraine's second largest city of Donetsk, a city that has seen heavy shelling and rocket fire and relentless heavy gunfire since day 1. Here's the aftermath of a day of fighting in the Donetsk area, one of the regions, damage all around, making this particular part of that city look like a ghost town. Image number 6 from day 5, a truly haunting selfie video from Bucha city, very close to capital Kiev. The video shows what appears to be a resident filming the destruction with some vehicles still on fire. Bucha city is another part of Ukraine that's been pounded by Russian forces. Several residential buildings were reportedly hit. Let's just listen in for a moment. The man is speaking in Ukrainian.
Це буде колону ворога, вулиця Вокзальна, місто Буча. Це результати їхнього вторгнення і роботи наших Збройних сил. Звичайно, приватний сектор, який поруч, також отримав пошкодження, але все відбудуємо. Всі живі, всі здорові. Збройні сили України гарно відпрацювало. Все буде Україна. До побачення.
Image number 7 coming in on day 5. An unexploded Russian warhead was spotted not just anywhere, but in a kindergarten playground, apparently. This is the extent of the impact that Putin's invasion is having on Ukraine and its cities. Remember, several children have also been reported killed, at least 14 so far in this invasion of the country.
An unexploded Russian warhead.
Defining image number 8 from day 5, image of that defines perhaps the desperate times call for desperate measures. Ukrainians getting together to meet and make Molotov cocktails, which is basically petrol bombs in soda bottles. The government has asked citizens to make these Molotov cocktails to use as weapons to protect themselves. Even breweries in Ukraine have joined in to make not beer, but Molotov cocktails, which in many places citizens have been flinging at Russian tanks and armored vehicles, setting them on fire. Big image number 9 on day 5. Millions of families directly impacted by the full scale of war. A heartbreaking but unverified viral video that's been on social media in Ukraine of a local man having to say the hardest goodbye to his daughter. The video that's viral on social media shows the father holding on to his daughter while they herd weeping. It is not clear where this video is from, but it has become representative and has been shared millions of times during this current crisis. From Ukraine, on day 5 of this crisis, the extent of damage on people on the ground. Let's never forget it's about the people. Children, old people, the young, with pets in hand, people seen packing up their lives to move on to an uncertain future with a haunted look in their eyes. Their normal lives, until just a few weeks ago, thrown into complete disarray. They've been fleeing for their lives amidst shelling and now stare at an uncertain future. Middle-class individuals living in a prosperous country now headed to a life as refugees.